and then you get to pick any photos or videos that you want moved. And it must be on a different server farm system or something, because if you have a lot of videos that you bring over, big files, it can literally take days. I've seen in the past. But if you're not bringing over a bunch of photos and videos, I just want all my friends, and then I'm going to go in and upload new posts and build my page from scratch. That seems to happen in just a few moments. Literally see them go live in less than a minute. But either way, it is the only way to create a Facebook page.
Yeah. So I just hit the record button. So for anybody listening to this, we just started. This is our second video or webinar that Bill and I are doing. He's been kind enough to offer to come in and help any realtors that might need some help with their social marketing or internet marketing plan, which a lot of it involves Facebook. Last week, I have that recorded. If anybody wants to see part one that is watching this recording, I can send the part one of this series called Owning Your Market as a Virtual Agent. Last week, Bill showed all of us how to go from having a brand new page with just a few dozen followers to literally, if you have 2,000 friends on Facebook, you can create all 2,000 of those into page likes and followers using this migration tool that Bill showed us.
Question, Barry, guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Question, when we do the migration, is that only for your personal profile or for the business profile, for the business page? Or can it be?
Okay, so great question. So first, the semantics. A profile is your personal profile, and pages are business, public figure, whatever pages. And so, so business page, personal profile. What the migration assistant does is allow you to create a new page. Most of us have created a page in the past, but when you create the page from a migration, it's going to take all of your personal friends and assign them as followers and likes on your business page. And
the new one, the new business page. Your old business
on a brand new business page.
Okay, we got to create a brand new. Okay, it'll create a brand new one.
Yes, and the reason Facebook does that is they're trying to encourage people who've been using their profile to promote a business, which is against their terms of service. By the way, they delete over 1,000 profiles a day for violating their, that very term. If you're too aggressive about promoting yourself, they'll delete you. They don't block you, ban you. They just delete you. Well, what they're looking for is they want to encourage you to create a page. And because they want to encourage it, they've got this little secret tool. There are no links on the website anywhere you can find to it. But if you have this web address, you go in there and because they get it. Realtors, loan officers, financial planners, anybody who, my friends are it's the same thing. That's how I need to promote myself. It's a personal brand. So they say, well, then instead of going out and constantly annoying them by begging them to like your page, because that's what we all do, please come like my page, so-and-so wants you to like their page. That's not a good user experience for anybody on Facebook. And what we end up with is the traditional, I've got 1,000 friends, but I've only got 100 followers. So I keep using my profile. So they created this tool for us so that we could, not all, it gets you, call it 98%, 95%. Some people have a privacy setting where they don't follow any pages, so they won't come over. But 98% of your friends will show up as likes on your new page. When you migrate it, now you got a page. It uses the same cover and the same profile as your profile, same profile photo as your personal profile. But it doesn't, when it launches, it's not published. It's an unpublished page. So now you go in and you change your background, you change your photo, write your about me story, maybe add some photos or a post or whatever. But when you hit publish, Facebook is going to announce it to everybody that you know. They're going to take your first post and give them extra love. So that launch of your new page is an incredible opportunity, because recognize that even if you've been doing your profile stuff aggressively, your profile is only, you're only reaching on average 16% of your friends. Even if you're doing all the stuff right that you learned in all these Facebook classes and stuff, and I'm always on there, and I see people that are like, well, my business comes from Facebook. Look at all this. Yeah, you're getting 20% of it. 80% of them never, ever see your stuff. That's why when we get them over to a page, we can use a little bit of money behind it. Not much, but a little bit, to get dang near all of them to see everything you put up, so that you're never out of sight, out of mind. And in the beginning, you don't even need the money. Facebook's going to give you that extra nudge, that extra love. And I got to tell you, when suddenly you go from reaching 20 or 15% of your friends to reaching 90% of them, wow, it's crazy. I can't tell you. It's the norm for people to pick up a couple deals right out of the gate. I realize things are a little weird and there's no norms right now, but all of a sudden, all those people that know you, but you were not top of mind because you haven't seen them in months or whatever, haven't, been in front of, oh yeah, Barry, I forgot about Barry. Yeah, I need a loan. It's really exciting. So you do the migration, you put up that first post. Your first post should probably be just an announcement of your page. Just did a new Facebook page. I'm so excited. Going to do my best to make this valuable to all of you, my friends who keep me in business with your business and your referrals. Thanks so much. I really, really appreciate anything. Make it real, make it heartfelt, make it preferably video. Talk about how you love doing business. I don't care. As long as it's authentic and genuine and not overly stuffy and professional, it will get hundreds of engagements. They always do when you launch a new page. So that's why we always start with now, if you already have a page, if it's a huge page with a massive following and whatnot, you've got to decide which one would be better, a new one with everybody or this one has more. But for most of us, it's a no-brainer. Nope, I'm going with the new page. If you really have a great page, we won't go into it today, but you can merge those two pages. It's just not an easy or fast process to merge them together once you have two pages up. But that's what we talked about last week. That's why you want to start with that. It's just a way that you can suddenly have a massive following and a massive reach that you simply can't do from the profile alone. Make sense?
Question. So does that mean, so now, like in that case, we would have 3 profiles to post from: our personal, the one with a bunch of new followers, and then our business one?
Yeah, well, no, there's your personal, where you do all your personal stuff. You'll always have that. Nothing will change. But now you'll have a business page with the same people liking it or following it. So you will have 2, and you don't have to put all your personal stuff up at your business page, but kind of the process and what we can get into now and share some of this stuff. What you'll normally do, if it's business related at all, is you'll post it to your business page first, because the answer, and sadly it is what it is, but it's both. People are always like, page or profile? It's both, because it is about you personally. It's not about some corporate brand or business. No. It's you are the business. Am I sharing my screen now, Barry?
Yep.
Okay. So when I go up to do something from my page, let me see if I can get to a page here. I post to my page first because I want that to be the ultimate destination. And the reason that we use pages is manyfold. One, if I'm working from a page, I'm able to run ads, generate leads, collect information, and track the activity of people that are seeing my content, so that when I put up a video on my page instead of my profile, I can I can get as many views as I want for that video. I can literally buy the traffic and the views to it. And I'm not going to shove it at people. Facebook's not going to shove it at people that don't want to see it. And we'll get into kind of how it works a little bit more. But know this, that if I have a video about, just got off a webinar with people about virtual home showings, how we can show a risk-free way to view homes during the Corona pandemic. And we were talking about virtual home showings where, you know, the agent will go to the house and walk through, and it'll look like they have a camera crew with them. And you can show them the house. And if they want to, you know, are there cabinet organizers? Oh yeah, here, take a look. You can show them everything. Well, we put that video out for someone day before yesterday, and we pushed it so that it has a ton of people that have watched different portions of it. And so we chose through play, which is a algorithm based. They clicked through, they watched at least 15 seconds or whatever. But somebody who's definitely interested in, wow, that's interesting. As soon as they watch it, I have the ability to pull them into an audience. I can even go back retroactively and grab them. And I really need a better analogy, but if anybody can remember way back in your early single days, so imagine you went out to a big nightclub and you want to meet people. What if the nerds of the world had all the ceiling cameras all hooked up to some facial recognition algorithm tracking, and they were able to tell you, oh yeah, I can look at my app and I can see every person in here and who's been checking me out and for how long and in what fashion, and that's what Facebook does. You can literally see who's checking you out, who likes your stuff, because the odds that some stranger is going to go, oh look, there's a stranger, I think I'll click through and call them up and list my house with it, 1 in 100,000. But people starting to show that first inclination towards it's top of funnel. So yeah, I got a reverse mortgage guy that we just did a reverse mortgage video, 6 things you never knew about a reverse mortgage. He's got 7,000 people that have watched that video now, but they're all in an audience. So as soon as they watch it, now they see him over, and they'll see all his stuff. He can push it so that he can become familiar to them, because it's the way the human mind is wired. It's called the mere exposure effect. It's fascinating reading. It's a secret to the CIA and FBI and how so much we like anything that's familiar to us. It's why the farmers that spend on billboards and shopping carts and weekly postcards and refrigerator magnets and all that stuff works. You know, you might spend 15, 20 grand a month on it if you're serious, but eventually it works because you become familiar, and we like or trust that which is familiar. So that's kind of the goal with all of this is I'm top of funnel, I'm getting them in, and then I stay in front of them forever. So I post to my page because I can drive traffic. I can reach everybody, not 16%. So I have the reach. I have the ability to have the frequency, because now I have them in an audience so they can see me over and over and over, because it doesn't do any good to have a lot of views from strangers. I see people make that mistake a lot. Look, I got 10,000 views. One time to a stranger, and that's not going to help you. Nobody wants to work with a stranger. I can also import audiences there. I can do targeting there. I can collect leads and have them fill out their name. I can collect leads as messengers. So all these powers come from a page, but all the personal interaction and the liking and the comment and all that needs to come from personal. So if I start on a page like this, and then I go and I put up a post, and I'm scared to death the internet's going to crash. Everything's running so slow right now. As soon as I get a post up here, what I'm able to do is put it on my page first, put some money behind it. When I put that money behind it, Facebook, let's say I said, Facebook, here's 20 bucks, go get me video views, because I can tell them what I want.
Bill, can I jump in real quick?
Yes.
If you don't mind, can we, can I show them my screen and we can boost another video?
Absolutely. You go ahead.
Let's
jump
do
in
that.
and take over.
Let's show them like we did, you know, our group yesterday. We'll, let's see. Okay, so here's Facebook. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Mm-mm.
The Facebook screen?
Not yet.
No?
Yes, I can.
It says Barry and Shane. You guys don't see that?
I see it.
Okay, it must be like Bill said. It must be just running really
Lag.
slow right now.
Yep. He just popped up on mine.
Okay, so first of all, before we move on, I'm going to show you what Bill did for me to give you guys an idea. So you guys know that this is me. This is my regular profile, right? And then you guys know also that I have the Krevoy Team. You guys have all seen this as well. So Bill had me take my personal profile and create a new page. And for right now, I just called it Barry Krevoy. But we migrated all of my friend likes over to this page. And within a couple of hours, I had over 1,800 page likes and 1,800 followers on this page. Now you can't see it yet because I haven't made this public yet. I still am gonna tweak this, and next time we meet, I will have tweaked all of this and made this more of a personal page. So that's what we're talking about as far as that goes. But Bill, I hate to skip around, but let's go to, I ran, if you remember, Bill, yesterday we were trying to put an ad together for this post right here that you helped me design. Well, you helped me design the very, you know, the look of it. And I did a short video behind it. So if you'll notice here, it finally, Bill, it did allow me to edit it, and I changed it to just join us Friday at 12:30 for a free educational webinar. So maybe we can go on right now and show everybody how to take a post that you've gone on there and you've posted it on your page, and now let's create an ad for it.
Okay. So real quickly, you'll notice that on that post, at the bottom, there's a boost again, or a boost button below all your posts on your business page. You can do that, you can hit that, but if you boost a post with the boost button, recognize that you'll have less targeting capabilities. You'll only be able to optimize it for messages or video views, not for other things. And it won't show up in your ad manager so that you can see all the metrics, the statistics, along with everything else, and you can't keep running it because sometimes you get a post that works well and it generates leads, and I have quite a few of them up with various clients that are 6 months or a year old, and they just keep generating leads. And once you have one that works like that, oh yeah, that one's costing me $8 a lead. I think I'm a little slow right now. I could use 10 new leads. Great, put in $80 and here come the leads. It's like a knob you can turn. I have single posts that have generated in excess of 5,000 leads, and they can just go back to them and back to them. But if I did it with the boost button, it's kind of a one-time deal. So the boost button is good sometimes. It's fine to start with. When I have a piece of content up, I always put some boost on it, at least $5 on every post, because why put it up if nobody's going to see it? That's what kills me when people are doing all this great stuff on Facebook, and like I said, 16% of your friends are seeing it. No. You need to make sure that everybody's seeing it. So before I go to turn this into an ad, or after I turn it into an ad, it doesn't matter. But while we're here, Barry, go down to where it says share. Click on the share and see how it says share in a group, share to a page, share. Well, none of those. You don't want to do any of those because that's no good. I want to get it down to my profile. So yes, you click on that little carrot and change it from your business profile to your personal profile. Now click on share. Now, don't click any of those. Leave that up so we can, oh, you got to slow down, Barry. We just want to show what's there. Now notice that I can share it. Share now public. Don't use that one because it's an instant thing. You can share it to your story if you want to do a story. You can send it as a message. You can share it in a group. You can share it on a friend's timeline. And you can share it to a page. You get all these extra options. So the goal is put a post up on your page, put some money behind it, whether it's with the boost button or what we're about to show you, so that now Facebook has some money. Say it's 50 bucks. They got to spend it. I chose video views. I know that I'll typically spend about a penny a view, so I'm going to get 5,000 views on this. They have to show it to people to spend your money. Well, if I share it to my timeline, my personal time, now it's down there on my profile. And yes, you can go put it on your profile too and post it double if you want, but I can just share it to my profile. And then if I go to my profile later and I comment on it, because when I share it, I get to write something and now people are going to like it or whatever. Facebook's going to see your friends engage with it because it's your friends that are going to engage with your content. And they're going to follow that path of engagement with this money behind it. And instead of reaching 16% of your friends, you can reach 70, 80, 90% of them. But beyond just your friends, Facebook's going to keep following that path. So the friends of your friends, and they know so much about you that effectively you're going to reach all sorts of people that you know, that you forgot you know, that you're not even friends with on Facebook yet. It is one of my 3 most common testimonials. I hear it routinely, which is, I just got a deal from somebody I haven't seen in 20 years, since college, whatever, and we're not even friends on Facebook. And because somebody's going through and all of a sudden they see an ad from Bill Hillstead. Oh my God, there's Bill, there's Barry. What? You pick up a lot of business this way. So the goal is always start on your page, push to your profile, but with a little mojo, a little money mojo behind it. So you're getting the reach. You're getting out to a lot of people. So you'll always come back. You start here and then you go to profile. You can double post it if you want to your profile. I like to share it. You get to make an extra comment. And by the way, anytime you do a video with somebody else in it, this is solid gold because you can share it on a friend's timeline. Right now, I've got people that are absolutely killing it from a branding standpoint. And the favorite video everybody's doing, most of them are on Zoom, but they're reaching out. And it might be something like, you know, hey, it's Bill, and trying to do my part for the whole pandemic that we're going through right now. And my goal is to save the small businesses that I desperately need to be here when all this is over. And one of those happens to be Tico's Tacos. And I'm on with Tico right now. Guys, I don't want to live in a world without Tico's Tacos. These are the best tacos in town. Tico, how can we help you stay in business, man? Oh, well, you know, I do takeout, I do delivery. Here's a photo of what do you recommend? And I do a little interview with them. I'm like, there you go. You got it. Gift certificates, discounts, delivery. Everybody help me, help everybody in this area. Keeping Tico in business. Do me a favor. Hit that share button right now. Write your own comments. Send some love Tico's way. Tico, we love you, man. We really hope we're here. That's it. Those are the hottest video you could dream of doing. And it doesn't have to be a restaurant. It could be a dry cleaner. Let's just help somebody out that needs it, that you like.
No, there's, what I was going to ask you, like, I often see some realtors, you know, posting really ridiculous questions like, what was Prince's favorite color? Right. And, you know, obviously everybody knows that Prince's favorite color was purple. Right. So, and it seems to me like they're doing that because they're trying to collect views. Or I also see
engagement. It's clickbait. It's engagement bait. It's
and also these stupid questionnaires that people are putting up that they're going, please share this with somebody. Somebody started that because they're trying to collect names, right?
Well, they're just trying to collect clicks. They're trying to collect engagement. It's because somebody told them in some training that you got to have engagement, and engagement's going to, you know, Yeah. It's not building your brand. It's not making it look good. I like lots of personal stuff, but you know, use good judgment. So like this one.
Question, guys. Can I ask a question really quick?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, when you share it, who do you share it to? Actually, I didn't get that part. You share it to public or to a page?
Yeah, it's always public. So when you hit share, you're gonna when you say share, it's gonna go to your, because you change the attribution, that little caret with your picture right there. When you change it to you personally and say share, it's gonna share it down to your profile.
Okay.
You're gonna get
so
to make an
your
extra
profile.
little comment like, here's a
then the
post I just put up on my business page. I wanted to share it here as well.
But
Something
let me jump in there too, Bill. I think what Victor is asking is which one of these does he choose? So Vic,
Share.
the difference between share now public and share is that if you do share now public, it doesn't allow you to write anything into the description box.
Yeah.
It just automatically gets posted on your profile. Whereas if you hit share, this will come up and it will let you write something up here, you see? So they both accomplish the same thing. It's just if you share public, it won't give you an opportunity to write anything in there. So I usually do share and then I'll write a little something. Hey, check this out or whatever.
Yeah, I just put this up on my business page. I could use all the, like, shares, comments, and love. You guys could give me whatever. But if I did that video with Tico from Tico's Tacos, and I post that up to my business page, I share it down to my profile, and then I have to make sure that I'm friends with Tico. One of the share options was share to a friend's timeline. I can share it straight onto Tico's timeline. And when I do, I'm going to say, hey, man, it's there. Go put a comment on it. Because recognize that people are always going, oh, you got to post 3 times a day because, yeah, everything in my news feed's dropping fast. If it's 15 minutes old, it's so far down, I'm never going to see it. Every time you comment on a post, it bumps it back to the top of the feed all over again, like it was a brand new post. So, and it tells Facebook that this is getting a lot of engagement, which is what Facebook wants. That's how they measure the success of something. Well, when I share it to Tico's timeline and there's a little boost budget behind it, all of a sudden, all his friends are seeing it. And I might, if he's got a business page, I'll tag his business page in that too. But now all of a sudden, I'm picking up all of his friends and they're seeing it. And I got to tell you, I got an agent in Colorado Springs that for years, her entire strategy, she's a self-professed lousy cook. She and her husband eat out 5 nights a week. And this is her promotional strategy. And she is a monster producer. And this is where her business comes from. This is where her following friends, it's how she stays top of mind with people. Because every time they go out to eat and have a good meal, they say, hey, can we talk to the manager or the owner if he's here? And hey, just loved our meal tonight. Da, 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 da. Wanted to do a quick post. Would you mind? Oh, no. And then hold up the phone. Hey, we're here we had this. Da, 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 da. And then they share. Oh, I'm going to send you a friend request. So, because when I share to their friend profile, and then I tag the business, everybody else who loves that business starts chiming in. And as they start chiming in, the engagement, and Tina will tell you that she routinely picks up 2-3 leads out of a single post that has nothing to do with real estate. Now she always says, hey, it's Tina Swanger, Remax Real Estate, blah, blah, blah. I'm here with. You always remind people what you do, but you don't need to sell. 90% of your content doesn't need to sell. So, kind of off on a tip, but this is, even if you were never to spend a dime, this is the kind of stuff that makes a difference, but you'll get 5 times the results with just a few bucks. So now let's go to your business manager, Barry.
Okay, I'm going to do that. But before I do, guys, just check this out real quick. So you guys remember I told you I helped my wife do what Bill was suggesting about making a page from her contacts. She just made it public while we were sitting here. And you can see I got notified that Ritz started a Ritz Joaquin page and they added you and other friends to their profile. So that's the way it notifies you. It doesn't ask you, hey, will you like my page? It just automatically will make all of your friends like your page.
Yep,
so
and notify them. And they will jump in, and that's why your first post has to say something authentic. because they will
Yeah.
jump in and give you encouragement and say awesome things and good job, and you get likes, and
Yeah.
it's really fun.
And then the other thing I just wanted to touch on that before we move over to doing the ad thing is that it's important, if you guys are going to do this, is to get in there and like as many friends as you possibly can think of that you might want to be a friend. You know, if there's other potential groups, like the president or a CEO of a networking group or anything, that, because once you merge, you can only do that merge one time. So like, is, you know, try and become friends with as many people as you can.
Yeah, let me take that one a step further, Barry. I don't know if you saw my post on it yesterday. I was trying to give people some strategy. You can put out now as many as 500 friend requests in a day, and I feel awkward doing that. But yeah, suck it up. It pays massive dividends. If you go on a friend bender, and don't delay doing your page because of this, because you get a 2-week grace period. You can go back into the merge link and bring over new friends for the next 14 days after you do a merger. But don't just go to the suggestions that Facebook has, because they're going to suggest that people all over the world that you might be connected to. Go and do your own searches. I like to look in local groups. See, when I go to a group, any group, and I see people that are active in the group, those are connectors. Those are social butterflies. Those are the perfect people to know. Who else is an influencer? All the business owners, all the organization leaders, all the people with a lot of contact, the connectors and influencers. Go crazy inviting those people, and take the time to personalize the request or whatever, make it legitimate. But yeah, go crazy adding new friends. And mathematically speaking, if you stay in front of them, like we're talking about, at least once a week with something that actually reaches them, not, you know, the organic side, you'll pick up about one side a year for every 20 friends. That's about where the math lies. It can be pushed much higher. Statistically, it can go as high as 8%. But if it's only, as high as 18%. But if it's only 1 in 20, still, I add 100 new friends. That's an extra 5 sides a year. That's where the math will land for you. If you stay top of mind, it's pretty simple. If I can stay top of mind with people, I'm going to get that I've become friends with, I'm going to pull 8 to 12% annually out of that eventually. But on Facebook, I don't know them as much. I'm not really friends with a lot of these people. But if I stay in front of them, you're still gonna pull off at least half that number. That's about 5%. So yeah, add 20 new friends. Stay in front of them using these techniques and be active on Facebook. You just picked up a new side a year. That's just the math of it. So you want to be aggressive about adding your friends.
So where am I going now, Bill? You said go up to the business page.
Very, very top right corner, the caret. That's where you access. See where it says Business Manager?
Yep.
Don't have a business manager. You can Google create business manager. It's business.facebook.com, and you create a business manager. Makes your life a lot easier. So now you can go to your pages wherever your stuff is. So that's going to take you to the page. So go back up. See where it says Barry Krevoy's business at the well, no, never mind. Pages and 9 dots, top left. So when you're in Business Manager or in Ad Manager, the 9 dots and the things will always be at the top. The bar across the top will be black. You have the ability to see your audiences, your business settings, but we're going to go to Ad Manager right now. And there's a number of ways to get there. And they always change. Facebook seems to intentionally keep us off balance and confused. This is where I can create ads and boost posts. So hit the create button, the green create button. And this is where I do the creation. Now recognize, first I pick my objective, and guys, Facebook is magnificent at delivering against the objective. But
Hey, Bill,
yes.
sorry for interrupting you, but remember earlier I told you I have two different accounts that because of the company I was set up, the girl that was in helping me
Okay.
kind of messed it up. This is the one I use the most. But
Okay.
if you remember, the ad that we created yesterday isn't in here, so I would assume that it's because it's on this one.
Okay.
Maybe not. Okay, never mind. Let's go back to that one.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to go to create.
By the way, housekeeping is it's a constant chore in Facebook, and I'm not an organized person, but yeah, you gotta work on that. That's like naming all of your files so they don't just say campaign or ad.
Right.
Get into more of that later.
Okay.
For now, anytime you go to create something, the first thing you do is choose your objective. Messages are awesome because it's a lead form that it's a way of getting leads with 100% connection rate. You don't have to worry about calling these people and them not answering or whatever. Nope, it's Messenger. You connect with them all, and it's text. They get comfortable going back and forth with you before you ever, set an appointment or hop on the phone with them. The conversion rate for Messenger leads are way higher than regular lead gen. The problem is not everybody uses messengers. So if I'm marketing to 1 million people, Facebook's got plenty of them. Half of them use Messenger. Great, you're in good shape. If I'm only marketing to 1,000 people and they're over the age of 60 and only 20% of them use it, well, now only 200 of them even use Messenger. They don't have as many people to send it to. So when your audiences are bigger or your budgets are smaller, messages is my favorite way to generate leads when I'm doing lead gen. Lead generation sends them to a form where they, put in their name, phone number, and email, whatever you want, which is magnificent. But now you got to call them, and statistically speaking, you got a 28% shot at ever talking to a lead, which is why most people don't do good with leads. Video views is probably the one I use most of all, because I want people to see my videos, and I use that as my top of funnel, because if they watch one of my videos and it's maybe a longer video or whatever, and they watch a significant, well, if it's a video on staging your home for sale or selling your home for top dollar or what, they're selling their home. They wouldn't be watching this otherwise, or they're getting ready to, or thinking about it. And I know they're a hot lead, and now I have them captured, and they're going to see all my content, and I'm going to become familiar to them. They're going to think I'm the biggest agent in their neighborhood no matter what. That's my goal with everybody. I convince them that you are and you'll be the best known agent in your market, because people will see you there you are, you're there all the time. It's so powerful, I can't even tell you. Engagement's another one. Whenever I'm asking for engagement, fill out, click, call, I pick engagement. Traffic is if you're sending them away to a website, and you should almost never be doing that because Facebook doesn't like sending people away from Facebook. And reach, over on the left, the rest of them you don't use. Reach you use, because if I'm hitting my database, all the people, the database is all my friends, all my followers, any database that I've imported, because you can import databases too, of friends or whatever. Anybody who's watched my videos or engaged with my content, anybody with whom I've established a familiarity, that's the contacts I want to nurture. Well, reach tells Facebook, I want my ad, my post, my whatever it is, to be seen by as many of these people as possible. So they won't show it to the same people over and over. They will spread your budget out. And this one's really powerful when people like me, I don't go on Facebook very much. But if you have me in an audience and you choose reach, that one time this week when I'm on there for 47 seconds, Facebook's going to, boom, shove your ad right in there. Oh, we got it. We got people there. You want. They're going to make sure everybody sees you. And if your post has your little watermark or logo or your face, your name, that's how you become familiar. So when I'm doing those nurture posts, 2 kinds of posts. Remember, I'm doing grow, top of funnel, lead gen, messages, video views. I'm trying to get them into an audience. Or nurture, that's my farm. That's my audience. By the way, once somebody's watched one of your videos, mathematically speaking, they're 26 times more likely to do business with you than somebody who hasn't, than a stranger. That's why I spend so much of my time trying to get people's video views up and then creating audience of people who watch you, because they, like it's a nightclub thing. They're checking you out. They kind of dig you. They like your topic. They're the perfect person to market to. And I get that top of funnel lead for 10 cents or a nickel. I got somebody who sees me as an authority and I know they're interested. So that's why I use that one. And then I hit them with my weekly stuff. So I stay in front of them. That's not solicitational, whatever. And I use reach. But right now, Barry, what post are we going to promote? Do you want to get video?
We're going to promote the video that's trying to appeal to realtors to come to our weekly virtual class that we're doing.
Okay. How do they sign up for your class? You got a link in the post?
I do.
Okay. So I would go with engagement. I want people who will click on the link. And is it set up as an event link, or is it sending them somewhere else?
It goes to www.virtualreagent.net.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure we weren't promoting an event, because you can promote events. Now then, I'm creating a campaign for ads in a special ad category. If you are offering a housing opportunity, a credit opportunity, or a job opportunity, you are under special guidelines to not discriminate, and you have to check this box, and it stinks, but you got to do it. In this case, you're marketing to realtors, you're not offering them a housing opportunity. They got their own housing opportunity. So you don't need to check that. It will still get rejected quite often because it has words about real estate in it, and you have to go in and argue with them. Stinks, but got to do it, Barry. For everybody on today, you're almost always going to have to check, I'm creating ads in a special ad category. We will in the future get into advanced ways around this. But for now, that's it. You hit next. I want people to engage with my post. And even though I'm talking a lot, recognize all he did is just say, I want to create, I want engagement, next. Daily budget or lifetime budget. I almost always do a daily budget because I like to go in and turn it on, turn it off. I want it to be there forever. I don't never take this away. I'll just watch it. I don't worry about big daily budgets because it takes a day or so for it to get approved. And then Facebook's got to learn for a while who's reacting, because then they'll show it to the people that do better with it. So it's not going to run out and spend your $20 or your $100 or whatever it is. It's going to very slowly start to trickle in and build momentum. You probably won't come close to spending that $20 in the first day or two. So you can go in and adjust the amount up and down anytime you want. So I always honestly, I leave everything at daily budget, and I almost always even ignore the amount, because I'm going to change the amount to be whatever I want day to day based on how it's working. And that's why I turn my leads up, turn my leads down. And it's telling you over here, hey, you're looking for post engagements? For $20 a day, we're probably going to get you 446 engagements or more. Wow, that's awesome. And by the way, everybody who engages in an audience now for you to keep marketing to in the future. They're in your database. Now then, targeting. Down below, I cannot use a saved audience. Saved audiences are targeting audiences, where I say market to soccer moms who, live in this zip code, who drive this kind of car. It's crazy how much, but nope, can't do any of that. Although they are bringing a little bit back, but you can't use a saved audience. You can use custom audiences. That's what you want to do after you've built them up. Custom audiences, again, those are the people that are watching your videos. Those are the people that you imported. Those are the people that engage. Once you have those, your weekly nurture posts that you optimize for reach, Now you come down here and click on custom audience. But now for Barry, you want to target realtors. So I'm going to come down to detailed targeting expansion down below is where you build saved audiences. Barry, you probably already have one built, huh?
I do. I remember we worked on that yesterday.
Yep. Perfect. You got 6,300 realtors that are within whatever range. And look, whether they work at a company, whether they have a job title, whatever, there's probably 200 different targets in there. So now I come down. He's going to use a saved audience. You typically won't because you won't be able to. Keep scrolling down. You don't want manual placements. You want to let Facebook, they give you extra points for letting them place it where they think it belongs. Leave it at optimize ad delivery. You don't change anything else. It's all good. You just say next. So all you really did here is say, who do I want to see this? Now then, you can see right above Barry's mouse, it says create ad, existing post, use mockup. First, you got to make sure you pick the right page if you got a lot of pages. Then you pick the post that you want to put the mojo on. Is that it?
I think this one's it, but it's got a little...
In-stream video. Oh, that'll always be there because anytime it's not going to go everywhere,
Right.
it's going to warn you, and it's just telling you that in-stream videos, you know, when somebody's watching a long video and then a commercial pops up for 15 seconds,
Yeah.
well, it has to be between 5 and 15 seconds or it can't go there. So it's just saying, this isn't going to go everywhere. Yeah, whatever. It'll go where it can. Same thing if it's over 2 minutes, it won't go on Instagram. But don't worry about any of those things. Just Facebook, I'm trusting you to put it where it does go.
Sure.
So you just leave that. Now I pick the post. I'm not going to customize my placements. I'm going to let Facebook do the placement customization. Scroll on down. Now then, his call to action. He's got sign up, and it's going to go to this link. You can change your call to action to be whatever you want. When you're putting up, you know, do I want them to learn more? Do I want them to sign up? Do I want them to schedule? Do I want them to call you? Do I want them to message you? So Barry said sign up. So that's already set up.
Bill, notice that it's got that grayed out where it's, if I did want to change it, it's not letting me. Why is that?
Because it's a post where you created that in the post. So when you come in and use an existing post, scroll back up to where it says use existing post.
Yep.
When you're using an existing post, you can't change anything in the post.
Gotcha.
You have to go edit the post. And by the way, once you're boosting it and there's money on it, you can't change it on the fly either without it having to go back through the whole process.
Gotcha.
Go back up where I can see create post. We're not going to click on it, but create ad, don't click on it.
Oh,
just
sorry.
Highlight it. Normally, I come in and create that, and if I say create instead of use existing post, now I have more capability to create a more dynamic post. I can have different buttons, I can have chat bots, I can do stuff. But if you create it here, it's an ad only, it's not a post. It will not show up on your timeline on your page. It's what's called a dark ad. Well, I don't want my page to be full of all my ads anyway, so most of the time my ads get created using the create ad, so that, and by the way, on the targeting, I can even exclude followers of my page. It's like, no, I don't want to advertise to my followers all the time. I'm advertising to get new people. So I can say, yeah, go out and hit all of the people in this area, but exclude my followers, because I don't want them to see all my ads and think I'm too annoying. So it won't be on your page, and if I exclude my followers, then it won't hit my followers. So you create an ad if you want it to be a ad, purely an ad, not on your page. You promote a post if it's already a post, and you want it to be both on your page and pushed out to the greater universe. But you don't get to change the post and have it be different than your ad, because it's the post. So that's it.
Ever click this down here, your ad may not run, request a manual review, Bill?
Yes, and what that means, and yours is going to, it almost always runs anyway. It just, they show it to fewer people. Facebook's rule says you can't have a picture in an ad if it has more than 20% of the screen as text. So they have a nice little testing tool that you can use. Just put Facebook ad text tool in Google and it'll give you the link and you can bookmark it. Or it's up on my website at billhillisdead.com in the resources section. So you can test it and see if your picture is okay, but it doesn't use the entire video. When Barry creates these videos moving forward, he will remember when he's creating the post to go into edit thumbnail. You can't edit the video here because it's a post. But when you're putting up a post, you always pick a thumbnail that has not too much text because they only measure the thumbnail, what people see before the video starts auto-playing. Now that, because this is really just the text on the bottom and the top left, and that's less than 20%, and the rest is a picture of a web page, I'm going to assume that this, so I would say request manual review. If I think a human is going to look at it and go, oh, I get it. There's text there, but it's really just a website. Yeah, that's okay. Even if it's more than 20% text, they'll still run it. They'll just, it won't perform as well. They won't show it to as many people. And they know which people don't like pictures with texts on them, and they avoid them because people don't like texty pictures. They're too advertising. So go ahead and hit publish. And now it will get reviewed. It could take 10 minutes, an hour is probably the norm. And I am seeing it take a day or two in some cases these days. If they have to watch long videos, it takes longer for them to review it. And it will be in draft, and then it will change to in review, and by tomorrow it will be published and out there running. Or it will be rejected and it'll say, this appears to be for a special ad category. And then you gotta dispute it.
So next week, Bill, if I might make a suggestion, if you're able to join us, maybe we could go into, you know, what I found really fascinating that I didn't know anything about prior to meeting you was, you know, you talked about cultivating all of these names of people and all of these, the audiences that you're out there spending this little money on and creating an audience. And then also maybe even taking your database and uploading that into Facebook to broaden your audience even a little more.
Yeah.
Maybe next week we can talk about that.
Absolutely. Audience management. And all, honestly, guys, I'll show you next week an agent that went from 47 deals 1 year to 192. And he is in a market with 13,000 homes, farms that market. And in that market, he was getting between 20 and 30,000 video views a month with non-solicitational videos. They were just like the Tico's Taco, informative, interesting stuff people actually want to watch. Yes, he would mix in his ads. 20% of your content at most should be ads, listings, real estate, me content. 80% you, 20 me. But he made that growth, and the business plan for him is exactly what we'll go over next week, which is, and this is really simple. You're going to put up one video a week that is not an ego-driven video. It can't be about you. It has to be for, with, or about others. It has to be a video that gives. If you do that every week, and my business plan that I'm doing, like with our boot camp with people, I lean on people to give me $100 a week. If you're not spending $100 a week on your business, you're not really in business. I mean, you want to make $100,000 a year, and you're not investing $400 a month. Come on.
So let me jump in there, Bill, to kind of drive home the point that you're bringing right now, is that most of us here in Orange County know who Pepinos is. The owner of Pepinos is a guy named Joe. Mm-hmm. Joe's opening up a new restaurant in Mission Viejo. Well, back in the day, he donated 30 trays of pasta to an event I did that was raising money for veterans. So I went and I interviewed him to thank him and to let everybody know that he cares about veterans. Joe had 40,000 likes on his page. And of course, Joe put it on that page, and it was amazing the response I was getting from people. And I wasn't even talking about myself. People just really, interested in what I was doing. So this next week, Joe's opening up this new restaurant. Joe has been, because of COVID, he's been showing meals that he's preparing at home. So I said, Joe, can you do a video and like show me how to make linguine and clams? And he's like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. He's like, let's do a video on it. So I'm going to Zoom him next week, and we're going to make linguine and clams together.
Wow.
And he's going to post it on his Facebook page, and then I'm going to post it on our Facebook page.
That's fabulous. I'll give it to, and again, lots of tagging, lots of sharing. The more you interact with it, the better it works. That's
that awesome?
That is so awesome.
That's a great idea, huh? And not to mention, I get to learn how to make Joe's linguine and clams.
If you want to be the best known agent in your market, period, bar none, end of story, people will come up to you in the grocery store and say, oh my gosh, I see your stuff. If you want to be that person, you post once a week, you put $100 on it. You put up your business post maybe once a month or whatever, your solicitational stuff, every time you got a listing, whatever, but you don't need to do a lot of soliciting. So my plan calls for one warm and fuzzy post a week, one business, all business post a month, put $100 on every post. That's 5 posts a month. You'll spend $500 a month. You will get, with your $500 a month, roughly 50,000 video views a month. That wouldn't even be beneficial or very beneficial if that's all you did, because again, it could be people in New Jersey watching your videos. But if you're harvesting the audiences of all of the local viewers and consumers, these are the people that are 26 times more likely to work with you. They like you. You are familiar with them. You own a bunch of brain cells in their mind that will never, ever go away. If you're harvesting all of your video viewers, all your content consumers, all your engagers, that's it. That's your whole business plan. And now they're seeing you over and over and over and over. And over time, you need less and less of this stuff out to strangers, because pretty soon you have a database of 5,000 or 10,000 people who think you're the biggest realtor in Orange County. They think you're the biggest realtor in the country. That, my gosh, I see your stuff everywhere. You are the most likely person they will call. It's so insanely effective. I can't even begin to describe it. And you do that with a little budget and 5 videos a month.
What I love about the few people that we have on here right now is they all are very big personalities and very, affable, nice, people. And I'm not saying that just to make them feel good, but I know all of them and they're good people. And I think you come off really well on video. Let's just end it because we're at that time now with see if there's any questions out there that you guys might have for Bill. Everybody's good?
Nice. Love that.
They probably just tuned me out.
I'll ask a question, Barry. It's Stephanie.
Sure, go ahead.
So I'm wondering, Bill, because on a lot of these webinars, I've noticed you're giving us such great information, but you're also hoping to plug yourself a little bit. So I'm really curious, what do you do this as a full-time gig with realtors, helping them grow their business, correct?
You know what? It's really weird. The opposite of plug myself, I change my phone number about every 2 years so it won't ring as much because it drives me crazy. I'm a reclusive, introverted nerd, and I make occasional friends like Barry, and I help them out. I work with a very small number of clients. And I usually am not looking for more business. I am doing, at somebody else's request right now, a 6-week boot camp where we start on Monday and we're doing 90 minutes twice a week, and it's a hands-on. Every week you're going to put up a post and do a different kind. first time I've ever done one of these. I'm kind of excited about it. Yeah, I
Stephanie,
rarely take on new clients.
Yes, he's doing this right now because Ryan Grant, our branch manager, hired him as a consultant, and I'm one of the lucky ones that was chosen to be one of his first case studies, because it was determined that out of all of the loan officers, I'm probably one of the most ones that will actually do what he's saying. So, I part of the deal is I said, can you help me, build my realtor base and try and help some of my realtors? So although Bill gets paid big money for speaking all over the country, he's offering to do this for us because I've asked him to do it, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been so helpful, and that's why I asked, because I'm the first one. I have a real estate coach, and Barry, I'm new in the game. I don't have a lot of business to back that up, but I'm all about starting out in a new profession, being led and mentored by the best of the best. So I'm all about hiring people to help me. So that's why I asked, not that I needed your credentials or anything, but just I find this so valuable. I find it so valuable, and I'm really interested in having more hands-on support.
You should go to his boot camp, Stephanie. Maybe Bill, share with them the info about the boot camp that you're doing.
It's twistedsocial.com. You can see it there. It kind of got promoted through a private community or whatever, but twistedsocial.com. Or maybe they can join you, Barry. I know that you guys got everybody got comped at your company. I have a hard time selling myself. Like I said, that's the weird part of this. I'm okay at public speaking, but I'm very socially awkward, and I don't practice any of the things I preach and teach. But I've had a couple of originators top $500 million. I had a realtor hit 277 million in a year, just hit 4 billion lifetime. I've been doing this with top producers, and I work in a lot of other industries. Most of what I do is outside of real estate and mortgage, but I just like doing it. I just like doing it for other people. I'm not the one who really wants the limelight. And then I stumble into friends who pay me to do it. So, lucky me.
Lucky you.
Stephanie, do this. I can hear it in your voice. Do this. You need to be, if you had 50,000 views a month or 100,000 views a month in a market, it would be impossible for you not to be, I say the best known, because I can't say number one because some people suck at being a realtor. But as long as you can take care of people and sustain relationships, if you're the best known, you'll be number one. It's inevitable. Sooner or later, you will be number one. I've done it over and over and over. As long as you can take care of people and sustain relationships, there only two marketing functions. I'm making new connections or strengthening existing ones. He or she with the most friends wins. That's it. Period. Done. End of story. You look at some of my earlier stuff, like Kenny Klaus, $200 million in Mesa, Arizona. He's got like a 12% market share in Mesa, which is almost as big as Phoenix now. He's been doing this for like 6 years, doing the interview videos with businesses, non-solicitational stuff. And I love showing his because my personal favorite's him interviewing a dry cleaner. Hey, I'm here with Mike from Mike's Dry Cleaning. It's like, really? Could you pick a more boring topic? And what's that got to do with real estate? But he's been doing those for, and by the way, when he started, it was YouTube. Facebook wasn't really, hopping yet. It wasn't an opportunity. Well, YouTube isn't where you go to get views. Facebook's where you go to get, so you look at those videos and they got 100 views years later. And yet he stuck with it because of the relationships that he was developing with every influencer in Mesa, every business owner, every little league coach, PTA leader, whatever. They're all his friends. All the most connected, most influential people in town are all friends with Kenny Klaus. He's a legitimate relationship guy. and it made him one of the top 20 Keller agents in the country. In fact, he created the Certified Local Marketing Expert designation for farming. It just works. If you're really a relationship person, you want to get out and you want to get to know everybody and you want to stay top of mind. NAR probably put out the most telling stats. 86% of people say that they like their agent so much they would refer or reuse them. And 10.2% ever do. What happened to the other 76? And it's simple, out of sight, out of mind. Probably an even better stat, 74% of people who like you can't remember your name 12 months after you close a deal with them. They remember your face, they like you, they come up to you at a party, but they can't remember your name. There's no way they could reach out to you or refer somebody to you. That's why this is so powerful. Just making you unforgettable to people is all it takes. If I've got people with a personality that honestly become real friends and make connections, all I have to do is keep them in front of a lot of people, and success is inevitable. Go get you 50,000 views a month. Give as much as you can, and make it about others as much as you can. And the less you ask, the more you'll win. Every story has a hero, a guide, and a villain. The villain right now is the coronavirus. You need to be the guide, not the hero. Make them the hero of the story. Make other businesses the hero. People love the guide. That's the key.
Especially the idea that that you're helping people. I mean, if you're going out there really unselfishly, just trying to help your local dry cleaner or restaurateur or, through these trying times, then you become a human being and not just somebody looking to make a buck. So yeah. I love the whole
multiple concept. Trainings on what videos to shoot, what content up on my YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, Bill Hillestad, and pick one of them on what videos to shoot, what content gets results. And I have it broken down into categories and specific headlines, and because you can pick one that's like, that's it. You want to pick a channel, like a theme, and you want to put that out and do that over and over. And whether it's business interviews or local who's who or charity, I have somebody in the Inland Empire that made his channel his strategy. He's a relocation specialist, and he made his strategy local places of worship. And he does interviews with every, Father O'Malley and Rabbi Goldstein and Guru, whatever, every church leader or religious organization, he does interviews with them, because 40% of people that move have to find a new place of worship. And so he does these interviews with them, and so what do we, and what works, and they're great because they talk about all the things they're doing and the family and the what, and then what happens? Well, the rabbi, father, priest, whatever, takes and shares that, because he shares it on theirs, and then it hits the church page, and then all the church members, the whole congregation is sharing it and commenting on it and engaging, and they blow up. They're so viral. And even though nothing's getting said about me, but it's an implied endorsement. I'm talking about, and that's why connecting my connections is my favorite theme, period, which is just going out and saying, hey, Bill Hillestad again. You guys know, I'm always looking for ways to give back. All my business comes from you, my friends, referrals, your business. And there's nothing I love more than connecting my connections. Today I'm here with a great one for you. It's my buddy Bob. Bob is Bob Talk. And all I do is I just go out and endorse other people and get them views. Especially, I love going to YouTube and finding people who've been trying to do videos. I don't care if it's a financial planner, divorce attorney, realtor, whatever. And they're getting 5 views and 50 views or whatever. I do one video with them, and then I throw $50 at it and get them 5 or 10,000 views. Oh my gosh. Reciprocity on steroids. They could never thank me enough. There's extra strategy to that. That's a particular training, but
well, especially if Bill's pointed out to me several realtors that obviously have spent thousands and thousands of dollars on professional videos, and they have 15 views, 20 views, and they've clearly spent thousands of dollars. So it doesn't matter how good your video is. It matters whether or not people are watching it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do for other people is go get their videos views. Go to YouTube and search for divorce attorney or divorce whatever Orange County, bless you. Go to divorce Orange County, divorce attorney Orange County, and then filter for channels and see the divorce attorneys that are trying to market themselves on YouTube. And spot one that's like, well, that's a good guy I'd like to work with, and he's got 43 videos is the most. And then I shoot him an email and say, hey, saw your I'm pretty good at the promotion stuff online. Would you mind if I share this with my network and see if I can't get you 1,000 or more views? Emailing you right back. If you can give me 1,000 views, you're, the second coming. Beautiful. Tell you what, I'm going to send you a friend request on Facebook so that you can follow along and engage with any inquiries and see how it does. Fantastic. So now you're going to be friends with them on Facebook. And then I'm going to record a quick little thing and say, blah, 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 check out. And then I'll have his video. And it's going to be his video that's going to get the views. But now I'm going to push that out with $10 on it or $20 on it. And oh my gosh, he's going to get 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 views on that video. And I own him. I mean, I own him. I'm his hero. How can I make it up to you? That was so awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm friends with him on Facebook. Greatest networking technique on the face of the planet.
Love it.
Endorse others publicly.
Love
All
it.
right.
All right, guys.
I'll see you guys later.
Thank you so much, Bill. I apologize once again for the mix-up, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Make sure you guys put this in your calendar for next week.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Problem.
you. Bye, guys.